Who influenced who? Was the Jetsons influencing Curved Air or Curved Air
Well, I think
influencing the
I
Jetsons?
think the Jetsons were before this song came out, but
So
it doesn't necessarily mean that they got this from the Jet. Oh, let's use the song from the Jetsons.
what are we even talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Eric right now is like, why the hell are they talking about the Jetsons?
Hey, welcome to Into the Music. I'm here with Greg. My name is Chris, and Greg, lay it on me. What do you got?
I'm gonna lay on you some Curved Air.
Curved Air.
Trying to curve it. I don't know how you do that. But that was the name of a band many, many years ago. Actually, they're still
Years
around.
ago. Yeah.
They're still
No,
around.
I've never heard of them
They're
before.
still around. And I guess on the other side of the conversation, I'm going to be more specific as to years. That said, there's a band named Curved Air, and they
Okay.
did a song way back called Backstreet Love. And it's not love, it's live. It's LUV.
Oh,
Um,
that
is
sounds like a throwback. Yeah.
and you get a cup of coffee. This is a coffee request. And one of our contributors in the past, one of our most ardent fans of the channel, going way back. Can you guess who that might be?
Mm-mm.
Eric.
Oh, Eric with an H.
Yeah, Eric with an H. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool, man. So again, Curved Air. The song is Backstreet Love. Go check it out and tell me what you think.
I will do that. All right, I gave it a listen.
All right. What'd you think?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Eric
thanks
with an
for
H.
watching. No, I'm messing with you, man. I thought this song was really
But here's
cool.
the thing. I think you forget sometimes because you've done this before, like with the coffee requests. If you're kind of, like it's not me. I didn't request it. Eric. So
Yeah,
you're messing with
totally
Eric's
shirk
head. You're not
responsibility.
messing with
That's
my
what I
head.
did.
You're messing with Eric with an H's head.
Well, hopefully he's still watching and he hasn't turned it off. Hopefully he sees there's like probably another 20 minutes left of this video.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure he will. Eric's on the ball. But yeah, I really like this song. This is really cool. I couldn't tell like the time period it was from just from the sound. But then when it got into that part,
Yeah.
she will make it right. I'm not
Yes.
doing it justice yet. That sounded definitely like late '60s stuff. That had that the way it was recorded. The qualities that in the recording itself, and
Oh
and the
yeah.
way the harmonies were done.
Oh, the quality. Yeah,
Very
right. You wouldn't really know it until that part. Until that part. If they just
Yeah.
stripped
Well,
that part
before
out.
that, yeah, you just don't. To me, I wouldn't know the time at all,
Yeah.
the year at all. So when
1971.
Wow. I didn't know
Yeah.
if this was a retro band because we've done a couple of a couple of songs recently that, they're doing the retro thing
We did
and
the
we're able to
Flaming
capture an
Groovies.
old sound.
We did the
Flaming
Flaming Groovies.
Groovies, yeah.
Slow Death. And that
Right.
was, you guessed, I think, 90s or early 2000s, I think, right? And that was 1971 or
This is
72.
1971, huh?
71, right. So the band
Uh,
formed in 70. And this is from their second album called Second Album.
that's the name of the album?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
This song was released as a single. Might have been the only single from the album. It reached as high as number 4 in the UK singles chart, which to me explains why this may have stuck with Eric all these years. I think just from the comments he's put in, he might have been a young lad around the time that this song exploded and rose up the charts. Again, number 4 in the UK charts. That's not too shabby. Yeah, and this wiki describes this band as progressive rock. But then when you really dive into the information,
Mhm.
the band members all came with like influences of different genres, folk, rock, progressive rock.
They kind of sound like that kind of band. There's
Yeah,
a lot going on there.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, you could really there's I think a sampling of all these different sort of musical influences, genres, whatever, in different
Mhm.
parts of the song. And yeah, it's funny if you didn't talk about that particular part of the song, I was going to bring that up too. Just it was
I mean,
very
that's unmistakable. But then again, I didn't know if it was like, oh, it's a more modern band that's doing the retro thing because they can mimic that type of sound. This is great though because you know I don't know when you were growing up. When we were both growing up, we were about 2 years apart, right?
yeah.
Something like that. I guess we listened to this type of stuff, but it wasn't anything that was real obscure. So now when I'm finding out about these bands that were obscure at the time, I'm so glad that I never heard them before. So I like that, there was so many bands doing stuff. And a
I
lot of
know.
bands that like how many albums did this band have?
Um, don't know.
Okay. But how long are they together?
They actually are still together.
Oh, wow.
So the band they've kind of like gone through spurts. They were from 70 to this year, and then they some time in between, then came back together. It's actually several times,
Okay.
several reincarnations, whatever you want to call it. But supposedly they're still around. I don't know how many of the original members are still around like that, but that is pretty interesting. That you still have this band. What are we talking about? We're talking about 50 years. 50 years for a band to be around. That's crazy. Um, Something that when I was listening, because I mean, I was coming into this first time like you actually. I have 2 listens. So, but it sounded like, ABBA. ABBA came to mind, and I was like, because there's like a psychedelic um, sort of feel to the song. So I wrote down psychedelic ABBA because, well, because
Oh, I thought you were gonna attribute the psychedelic sound to ABBA, but you're saying it's like ABBA
it was
with
like
psychedelic
ABBA and
sound. Yeah,
psychedelic.
okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah. Well,
about to say ABBA doesn't sound
and you
psychedelic.
know why? Because of the female vocals, which
Right.
I thought the vocals very enticing. There's something very, there was some sexiness to the voices. It's really cool. And yeah, and just a really good groove. And
You could say it's groovy.
I can say that it's
It would
groovy.
have fit the 1971 if you said that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and the drums. It's funny because like as the song was kind of nearing the
I'd
end,
have to hear it
they were
again, but
just I just started noticing them. Like, I'm sure they were like there, waving, here
that's
I
because
am in the early
there's
part
a
of the
lot
song.
going on
There
there,
was a
right?
lot going on. Yeah. So how much of the song would you say is progressive?
More than half.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really know. I really truly would have to listen to this again.
Yeah. Yeah. I truly think though, when I list those things off again, rock, progressive rock, folk, I think this song actually had all that, different parts here, and there. That
Yeah,
was
because
interesting.
when you mentioned that they have members that are from different
Yeah.
discipline, subgenres. Um, yeah, I was like, yeah, that definitely sounds like it. It's very cool when they come up with, they do the hybrid thing with all these different influences.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
sure there are some bands that they bring on all those, they bring in, they do a hybrid thing and it might sound awful, but when bands get that right, they're
Yeah.
usually very impressive bands.
Now, you only had one listen. I had 2. But
Uh-huh.
did you at the very beginning of the song, was there a certain sound that just came and you're like,
I
what the hell
have
was that?
I gotta listen again.
The first listen, I was like, what the hell was that? It was like it was like this kind of weird sort of and then so I listened to it again, and so I wrote down, it sounds like a Jets, like the Jetson space car, and when it would take off.
Well, I definitely don't remember that. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, Jetson space car, man. That's where
We have to do
um
reactions for the Jetsons now.
and so now I started wondering, I didn't really figure it out before getting on the camera, did the Jetsons come before the song or after the song? So who influenced who? Is the Jetsons influencing Curved Air, or Curved Air
Well, I think
influencing the
I
Jetsons?
think the Jetsons were before this song came out, but
So
it doesn't necessarily mean that they got this from the let's come up with time from the Jetsons.
what are we even talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Eric right now is like, why the hell are they talking about the Jetsons? Anyway,
Hey, How about that siren that goes off at the end of the workday with Fred Flintstone? He goes, yabba dabba do. Let's use that sound. Because the Jetsons was basically just the Flintstones in outer space, right?
right.
Space,
Yeah. Well, how about when Wile E. Coyote would always fall off the cliff and you hear,
Oh God, you always got to bring in the Warner Brothers stuff. Yeah.
I'm sure you hear that sound in a lot of songs. Anyway, all right. Eric, this is a really
That's just
great.
a slide whistle. Yeah, the Beach Boys got it from
Yeah.
okay.
It's the slide
When-
whistle, yeah.
I'm so glad we didn't go on any tangent with this.
No, of course not.
Jetsons, Flintstones, Wile E. Coyote,
Hey, Eric's been like with us from the
Beach
start.
Boys.
So he would actually be disappointed, I think, if we didn't go on a tangent. He's like, wait, they didn't go like down a road. Like, that was silliness.
And he'd be like, how dare you guys stick to the subject?
So I'm glad we didn't disappoint, Eric. Thanks a lot, man. You didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
This is a really good request. Good song.
This is good, man.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a more enriched person after listening to this song.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I'm
now,
curious what their other stuff sounds like.
well, yeah, this is the second album, so I'm like, what is that first one and the other one?
What's the first album called?
first? Yeah, just no name. Actually, some bands have done that. Yeah. So with that said, Chris, have a good day, good night,
You do?
and good life.
Yeah, you don't know, Tyler. Whatever time it is, have a good whatever.
Eric, thank you again. And to everyone out there watching this episode, really hope you liked it. And if you did, that'd be pretty cool if you hit the like button. If you haven't subbed yet, this channel is growing. Why don't you grow with us? And with that said, oh, and coffee. We love coffee. What does that mean? Check around our channel. You see Ko-fi, click on that to tell you all about it. And with that said, we'll see you on the next episode of Into the Music.
See y'all.